So, hi guys, welcome to today's video. In today's video, we'll look into a scenario in which Russia gets its revenge. So, Russia makes allies with France and everybody, except Switzerland, it's now in Iceland. It's like, no, and then the Middle East and North Africa is like really, barely a part of the series as it is now. So, yeah, and they probably don't know that, but yeah, in this world. And as you can see, Germany's strong, France wants land. A lot of these puppets want independence. Yep, you heard that right. In Finland, yeah, it's time for them to change in size and stop getting bigger constantly. And then we have Yugoslavia, who, yeah, you need your borders fixed. Just saying. In Bulgaria, what's going on? But Turkey for you, yeah, you're getting a bit big. And these lands is what Russia wants back, including these. But, like, I don't think they'll get all this back. But quickly, outbreak happens with Russia declaring war on Germany and its occupied and puppets. It's, as you can tell, this is its occupied territory. And now let's go to its puppets. They all join, but quickly Germany calls in all of its allies, including, what is that? Oh yeah, that's Turkish Crimea. But yeah. And a lot of these countries want revenge. Except some countries don't seek revenge. They're just joining because why not? Like France, yeah. Because the rest of Europe's like, yeah, we need to join this war. Time to take Germany down. Because who doesn't like taking the big power down? Like, who doesn't like to take Germany down? Because Germany is just needs lessons learned. But let's see what happens first with the first wave of this attack. Well, Russia pushes back the occupied territory with strength that you wouldn't expect. With them taking back this area that's occupied, moving all the way to the Finnish border and stuff. Yep, this isn't a matter of just weeks. They are really serious in moving through here. But Germany, knowing that Russia is going to bring allies in, it devises a plan, such as Turkey and Romania working on the south. But is this enough? With France realizing its best bet probably is to wait a bit to get ready. As their preparation style basically starts with Germany invades them, and around here is when they start a preparation for defense with both sides. And they do defend it, with here being another defended area. In comparison to Russia's advance, now this is another defended area. They show off how well they managed to defend this. And a lot of the puppets seeking independence, but knowing now is not the best time because Germany is winning, they're saying we'll wait till they get a few losses. Which they are getting, but not really. With Finland for the first time in the series getting destroyed by Russia. Yep, the first time in history. Well, then again, it's because Britain's landing here. We all know that. Well, if Sweden falls, why should Finland stand? Yep. And as you can tell, Sweden's now cut off with a big taking of Helsinki. Now I can say with certainty that this is not going good for Finland. What is going on? I don't even know. Is this video like tilted in the favor of someone else? With all of northern Sweden falling, Russia, along with the help of Ukraine, manages to take the rest of this. And the occupied territory being brought under Moscow's rule. So technically we'll just fix the color there. And as we can tell, Germany is having some trouble with all of its puppets, one by one declaring independence. And eventually this is what it looks like with these German forces being forced to retreat because there's no way they're staying. And then this one down here declares independence, so it doesn't have to become under Russian rule. With Germany lost at this point, like, with all the major cities they managed to take, including Belgrade, Venice, Paris, and whatever else they took. all managed to fall, with Turkey also having problems. With Russia moving into northern Germany along with the help of Poland, but Poland refuses to enter Hungary, with Bulgaria moving into Romania, and the fall of Crimea. And they moved down all the way into this region, and a defensive line is set up in Anatolia, with another attack happening, but only making it to take thrice. And at this point, let's zoom in to see what's going on. With Germany unable to hold these lands back, quickly they fall. Yes, who knows what's going on, really? With Denmark falling and naval dominance being established around Germany, and at this point, air dominance is fully established. With Russia pushing into Hungary through Poland without being allowed, but Poland doesn't say much, because they don't want to get invaded and occupied by Russia again. But at this point, as we can tell, with the south of Austria being invaded, and the establishment right up to the Rhine of France, it's impossible for Germany to win at this point. So, yeah. And Turkey is still surviving, because why not? With a movement down the coast, because taking Berlin is going to be a bit of a trouble. But Russia also does this to try and establish more control over this region than the rest of the nations. With them managing to take out here, the Eastern Front is mainly Russia, but with some different support. With Berlin falling, and at this point Germany just surrenders, specifically over to France, because I'd rather be under France than Russia. But now let's see what Russia does. Oh, I just found out. And yeah, they annex the Belarus. And they want to annex some lands from different places, that just one. But let's see what happens to Anatolia, with Turkey saying, we want peace, and they agree to it. Let's see what happened in the treaty out in Turkey, as a Cold War has broken out between the West and Eastern Europe. Yep, there's a Cold War in Europe. That probably will only be the end of this episode, and then it'll be over. In the north, a pro-Russian attacks happen against the government around Ankara and around the Russian border. These are known as the anti-Turkish forces. Not literally, but that's what I'm going to call them, because they're anti-current Turkish government, or the pro-Russian ones, and they're by Ankara. So the government has to flee to Istanbul as they take Ankara. These are the pro-Russian rebels, with a new group popping out in the east. They're called the Greek Nationalist Forces. Why Greek Nationalist, you may be wondering? Because they're pro-Greek. And as we know, Greece is anti-Russia, basically, in this place at this time. And so, as we can see, this invasion by Greece, basically, is what's being called, as this pro-Greek rebels. Then there comes the pro-democratic group, which is actually pro-Western Europe, by the way. As the neutral forces are pretty much losing, with Bulgaria just sending in occupation forces into Thrace, because they wanted in the peace treaty and they didn't get it, and they continue this as they take Istanbul, and the government's now in exile to Switzerland, as they are a pro-Swiss group in charge because they're neutral. Which doesn't make sense. They can't really be pro-Switzerland, but they're like Switzerland, so that's where they flee. With the anti-Turkish government forces, not neutral, but not pro either side. A non-aligned group rises up all over the nation. As you can see, Turkey's turning into a rainbow. Isn't that great? I don't know. But yeah, as you can see, Turkey is falling apart. It's not good for Turkey. as the Arab rebels rise up, and so on. Now we have the Kurdish rebels. Why not have so many rebels? The map of Turkey is confusing. It could be, possibly be. With the Kurdish rebels being pro-Kurdish state. Being pro the Kurdish state. And the Arab rebels wanting to join the Arab Union. With these forces moving over to the Bulgarian occupation, nobody's really going to attack it as. And then the Greek nationalist rebels kind of do this. And so on until Turkey is not existing anymore. With Kurdish rebels being attacked by Arab rebels. But this goes bad for the Arab rebels, as they are pushed all the way to here. And then they enter the pro-Western forces, which isn't going to go as bad for them as they gain land. But they then invade here, which Everett agrees to. With the rebels having maintained a huge control at this point, the Kurdish rebels, I should say. As the Kurdish rebels take a big chunk of land. And then the pro-Western Europe forces take these land. With Greco forces, Greece nationalist forces, getting even further. Really what they want is to join Greece. But they're probably not going to get what they occupy. With this being the time when the Arab rebels are attacked. With Kurdish rebels refusing to join back to Turkey. And with Greek forces takes what's left of their coast. With the Arab rebels managing to control a big swath of land. With the Greek rebels moving in, it becomes more like this. With the Green rebels, or the pro-Arab rebels, being down and gone. And so on, we can see that lands annexed by Bulgaria are exactly what they occupy. And as we can see for Greece, they annex, not that, but they annex this swath of land. With these Kurdish rebels managing to create Kurdistan all the way to the water. With the Greek nationalist rebels also making a pro-Western government, well, really a pro-Greek government. So these join an alliance. And so does Turkey, because why not? Bulgaria annexes land, and who knows who will win the next Great War that will happen in Europe. But yeah, that's for another video. And this is pretty much the end of today's video. Please like and subscribe. Why should you subscribe? Because we're like 140 subscribers away from our goal. So please subscribe so we can arrive there. That's pretty much all for today's video. Please subscribe for our goal. Wild Mapper out. Stay tuned for the next part of this series. Bye, guys. I hope you subscribe.